Hi, I'm Tony Fair, founder of Victorian Grooming Company. Is your beard feeling dry or the skin underneath itchy? Maybe you'd rather soften and tame your beard instead. Our classic collection of beard oils, balms, and soaps will leave your beard looking, feeling, and smelling amazing. And if you prefer shaving, our pre-shave oils and shave soaps will give you a smooth and razor burn-free shave. Handmade in Edmonton with natural ingredients. Visit victoriangrooming.com.
Black China, baby.
Yeah, we know we don't play around. We know the podcast in Shanghai. There's only one guy on my side, and his name is Craig. Check him out. Skinny OG, boy. If you got a story to tell, call Craig. The government been checking your mail. Just call Craig. Your ex-girlfriend just fell down a well. Call Craig. They say they about to put you in jail. Just call Craig. Call Craig. Call Craig. Hey, you go and tell Craig. Call Craig. Call Craig. Hey, you go and tell Craig. Call Craig. Call Craig. Hey, you go and tell Craig. The only podcast that's ringing the bell. Call Craig. Yeah, boy, you know who to find. Just go tell him your story, it'll be fine. You know, have a good time. Yeah, this your boy Skinny OG. Skinny OG. One love, big up to my boys. Tell Craig your story. Check him out now.
I think it must have been.
Okay.
I think to affect me like that.
Yeah.
I always denied it, and I thought it's perfectly normal. I'm the weird one here, and I just need to get on with it. Really, I couldn't tell anyone because it was too embarrassing.
But that's tough too. Like your first relationship, how do you know how to react if, you know, when you break up for the first time as well, you don't know how to react. So
no, that's right.
It's really a strange. Everyone goes through it.
Yeah, we had no way of contacting each other or anything either, and it's only now, because I work in a kindergarten now. The older kids are only 1 year younger than we were, and it's only now I realise how tiny and young we actually were.
Yeah.
But before that, I seriously took it as an actual, really serious thing, and it did affect me as life went on, because nothing let me get over it. You know, there'd be something that reminded me, there'd be a hope that she would just be around the corner, or we'd bump into each other, which we did once.
Oh, you did meet her?
Did.
That was one of my questions.
Yes, we did once.
Tell us about that.
Oh, I think that's what's damaged me in a way. I think really.
Right.
It was 2 years later, about 2 years later. And,
did she read the book?
No, sorry, this was years and years and years ago.
Okay.
Sorry, yes, yeah, no, as far as I know, it's not worked yet, that.
Okay.
But yeah, we did bump into each other 2 years later after, you know, we first met.
Oh, yes.
And it was in a fun house, funny enough, actually. You know, I was on one of those, go from one into the other. I was just sitting there, and I just heard this really familiar voice. Is that Tom? Is that you? And turned around, and there she was. And I just froze. I didn't say or do anything, you know. And then she was there for about 5 seconds, asked me how I was. I did a pratfall off this thing, banged my head deliberately to try and make her laugh. And then she ran away with her friend. And that was it.
And that was the last time.
That was that, you know. And
have you tried to sort of find her again, and just to see, hey, this is the book that I wrote for you?
yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Not since the book, no.
Okay.
But I did go through a phase where I'd try and find her on social media.
Right.
Couldn't find her. And then I started looking for people finder sites and things. And I think I was going a bit bonkers by that time, because they told me, that, yeah, right, so with the only details I've given us is her name's Kelsey, she had black hair, and she was from, you think, South Africa or something like that, something like that. And she went to Chalkwell Hall. Okay, right. So you've not really got much to go on. So with the man hours, it's possible, but with the man hours and the team, it's going to cost about at least £500-600 to do that. And rather than sort of lights flashing in my head, it's like, oh, okay, can I pay that in instalments then? And, you know, I said, no, we can't do instalments. All right, can I think about it? And then told my family about it. I said, Tom, get help.
Yeah.
For goodness sake, you know. And but then when my mum read the book, she didn't realise everything that had gone on, you know, that she hadn't seen, stuff that we, you know, used to do in school, or where she came to stay over once, stuff that happened then. She didn't realise. So, you know, luckily, she had a bit more of an understanding why I'd been,
for so long as well about it, you know. And
I always tried to deny it and push it under the carpet.
Was the book a bit of a closure for you?
I think it definitely was, more than I thought it would be as well. Because once I'd written that and it was out there, the memories aren't as strong as they were anymore.
Right.
It's all in the book now, and I've just kind of thrown it to other people. And then having other people read it and tell me, wow, I had exactly the same kind of thing actually. And, so I'd love to have that experience. Or, it's just things like that. It makes me feel, I'm not actually that strange then. I'm not a complete weirdo. So yeah, it's been really cathartic doing it. And the other thing is, there is something out there saying to this person, thank you very much, had a great time, thanks for lifting me up when I needed it. It was only short and sweet, but you really, really did. I felt really valued with that person. And it's been really difficult to find the same thing again. It has affected relationships and things, since, and kind of thought, not as happy as I was back then. There always seems to be a condition or something like that. So yeah, it was really, really helpful writing it. And then when I wrote it, that's when I kind of thought, right, what next? I've done that. And then I need to get out of the country now, don't I? Now I can escape. I need to stop worrying about getting on TV or being in the band or being famous, basically. I've done it. I feel like I've just escaped that. I thought, well, let's escape even more. Let's leave the country, basically.
So what was the feedback like in England?
So far, it's been really good.
Yeah.
There's a few reviews on Amazon.
Yeah.
And they've all been 5 stars, which I'm really surprised about. There was one which was 4 stars, which is in an online book club. And I can understand that because, unfortunately, my proofreader was a really good friend of mine.
Right.
And I don't think he actually proofread it, or if he did, he was drunk when he did it. Because, unfortunately, he managed to miss that I'd misnumbered the chapters. So it goes like chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4, and 6, and then someone marked it down because of that, and they said I found it really jarring the way that the writers numbered the chapters. I don't know if this is a new way of doing it, or he's trying to be I'm not trying to be kitsch or hipster or anything like that. No, that's my wait till I get my hands on him. But yeah, but apart from that, it's been really positive. Yeah, and even a few people that I've met in China have read it as well, and. They've said, I really, really like it. It's really good. And thank you for sharing what a beautiful story and things. Which I was really worried about it because if you think about it, it's a someone in his 30s basically, writing almost a love letter for a childhood love. And is this right? Should I be doing this? And I was like, well, if it's wrong, I'll suffer the consequences, I suppose. But no, everyone's so far been really supportive of it and encouraged by it, yeah.
When this happened, like growing up, was it an obsession? Or was it an excuse if you were to find another girl, like in primary school or high school or even university? Was it an excuse like, oh, well, I really like this girl? Yeah,
I know what you mean, actually, yeah. And, honestly, even in, towards the end of senior school, if I met someone, I thought, I think I fancy her, I think I might ask her out. I did just have this idea that we'd one day meet in a fun house 2 years later, and it would be a complete disaster again.
Yes.
And so I thought, maybe not then. And I think it was only after she'd gone, I started pining and things like that. Because the other thing is, when she was there at the school, she wasn't always there all day. Like, there would be times when she wouldn't turn up at all. And if she was there, she'd usually only be there for the morning and then have to go home. She was really mysterious. I don't know what was going on with her or anything like that. I know that she wasn't with her parents. I think her parents were left in, I think it's South Africa she was from. And she'd basically been shipped over with just a bag of clothes and some sweets and things and being looked after by this Scottish woman.
Right.
At such a young age as well. And so she's only at the school for 1 month. And
It's just amazing that you could keep that memory for such a long time. So, what was the gap between that? How many years was it?
Since then, and writing the book?
Yeah.
Let me think. So, that was 1995 when we met each other. And then the book was in 2021.
Right.
Like that, finally. Got it all off my chest.
So, did you have someone dictate the verbally?
it sounds pretentious to say it, but it kind of wrote itself really. I just knew exactly what I remembered and what I wanted to say and things like that. The only thing I was dictated on was with my university tutors, because I was supposed to be doing a master's in creative writing at the time. So I was telling her, "Oh, teacher, I've got this great project at the moment. I'm writing a book about this, blah, blah, blah." And she said, "Yeah, why don't you park that and maybe do your coursework that you should be doing? You know, maybe writing fiction." I said, "Oh yeah, that." And so I kind of got my priorities mixed up, but it was important. Once I'd started it, I couldn't stop typing. And every day I'd add a little bit, and then another memory would come to me. And I was, "I've got to write that down." And it'd be a tiny, tiny little detail about just sitting on a bench looking at our shoes or something.
And did you have a diary or something at that time?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, just all
good memory.
Vivid memory, basically, yeah.
Now, if for some magical reason she did come, do you think she would be able to remember what happened?
I really wonder about that sometimes.
Yeah.
I always tell myself, I doubt she will, because I think she's more normal than me. She always was, I think. She was very mature for her age at 7, and but she's very supportive and very nurturing, I remember. Very loving and very positive. And I think with that in mind, I don't think she would be the kind of person to dwell on that. I think she would quite happily have moved on. And fair enough, I hope she has. I hope she's not like me in any way. I think sometimes, but who knows, really? I mean,
and if you if you didn't meet her, what would you say to her?
If I did, probably just what I put at the end of the book. Just say, "Thank you for that month." I was really small for my age, but you made me feel 6 foot, and I went into school and there was someone waiting for me and wanting to talk to me and asking me to play with them. Not many people did that in school at the time. And holding my hand now and then and things like that. It was really alien to hold hands with someone that wasn't my mum or dad. It was someone my age and someone with a bit of adoration, I suppose. I'd never had that before, and it was really hard to find it again for many years. I'd say thank you for the good times. You really cheered me up. I wish I'd dealt with it better. I don't think you realise how you've affected me and things like that, really. And I'm sorry to say this all now. I suppose that'd be another thing,
Better late than never.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And is there plans to do another book?
Oh, Kelsey Mark 2.
Well, maybe not Kelsey Mark 2, just a book in general.
Yeah, I've toyed with the idea, but unfortunately, I don't know if this is bad or not, but unfortunately, since writing the book, the idea of putting stuff out there, there's no stress about it anymore, really. Back then I thought, I need to get out there, I need to make my point or be seen and things like that. But the book is kind of, I think that should get the message across. I think, I would love to do more creative stuff, definitely. I'm not practical or anything. I'm not really a useful person, but I can do creative things. To not do creative things, I get wound up, So I've got back into doing comics and drawing and things like that.
That was my next question. Tell us a bit about your comic book. You went into that after that, or were you drawing?
I've been doing comics since I was about 11, actually, and I've never stopped. It's been weird if I don't draw a comic, actually.
And what's your sort of style?
Just hand drawn, really. I don't really follow a style, but some people compare it to things like Rick and Morty.
Okay.
I think it's a huge compliment that. I think that's very high praise indeed. It's just hand drawn. Draw with a pen. Don't use pencil because I'll be there forever rubbing mistakes out otherwise. But fine line of pen, coloured with colouring pencils, done in a sketchbook or stapled together paper, that kind of thing, really. And it's always been the same method. I did go through a phase of making some and then think maybe I could sell some of these actually, and I did try that for a while, but it took the fun out of it. I found trying to sell them. it wasn't the reason, because then you start doing it for other people rather than your own entertainment, which I prefer.
Interesting. That's great. And going back, you told me that you grew up in England, and you said that your mother and father broke up.
Yeah. When I was 4, I remember that vividly as well. I remember the day Dad moved out. Still got a memory of that.
Yeah. How was it for you? Because I was the same. My mum and dad broke up.
Right.
They divorced when I was maybe 9 or 10.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you could take it in a bit more, I suppose, as well. And it's actually maybe harder. It is, isn't it? And I do remember it did affect me. I didn't realise this until years later, but it did affect me. I lost my confidence in school and things like that. And my mum, after that, she met another guy. The thing is, my dad had a really distinctive look through the 90s. He had a nose ring, loads of earrings, and really long curly hair. And he always wore a leather jacket and ripped jeans and things like that.
Punk rocker.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as you can see, I've tried to follow that. That's right. I'm a bit handicapped on a few things, as you might have noticed on the top. But and then so I thought, well, no one looks like my dad. He is Dad. He always stuck out like a rock star when he came to pick us up from school or something like that. But then my mum met someone who did look like him, had the long hair and the nose piercing and a few earrings. And my friends would think that he was my dad because they didn't know that my parents had split up, And so if he'd come round and I had friends over for a party or something like that, then they would say, "Oh, Tom, your dad's here." Is he really? Has my dad come to see me? And I'd see the back of him. I was like, "Oh no, that's Brian. Yeah, let's go on, let's carry on Playmobil, or whatever it was at the time." So I think it did affect me. Yeah. Another thing that I remember was in infant school and junior school. If a song had the word father in it, like in assembly, I didn't know that father meant God. I thought it was a song all about having your dad with you all the time and things. And there were times I'd have to be taken out of assembly because I just couldn't stop blubbing all the way through the song, and one of them stays with me. It's "Father, I place into your hands." Do you know that one? It's I can't really listen to it still because I still just think of that. Yeah, it does. Yeah, It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah,
but it's
That's what happens with music, and
it really can. It's a very important tool, isn't it? Yeah. More than comics can, unfortunately. I can't really hit people like that with a comic, sadly. But
where did you go for university?
I went to Canterbury Christchurch.
Which
is, I found out, was rated the second worst university in the country.
Wow. And what did you study there?
First time, I got a BA in radio broadcasting.
Right.
I really enjoyed it.
I do remember you saying that you were doing some radio
That's
broadcasting.
Right. Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. I did the course. Initially, I wanted to do TV because they had a TV studio at this university, and I was like, "Oh, actually, that's really good. I want to do TV." But unfortunately, there weren't enough people on my course to do it. You need at least 8 people in each class. So, all right, well, I'll do radio instead then. And I'd done a little bit of radio before. I'd done hospital radio when I was a teenager. Oh. And then, again, I hadn't done it for ages. And I thought, it'd be good to get back into it. And maybe I've got an advantage here because I've kind of
there you go.
done it before. So I kind of know the ropes a little bit. And on the side of that, there was a community radio station based in the university, but it went all around. It was on FM and it was online. Nice. I was like, that's a good idea. I need to do that. And so I did a sketch show, basically, but it was hard work. It was me hosting live and then playing music, but in between there'd be sketches that I'd written, recorded, edited, and then just play them as I would play music, that kind of thing. It was really good fun.
So what music were you listening to at that time?
I was I was listening to stuff that no one else liked, basically. There was a lot of industrial EBM, electronic bodied music. So it's very big in Belgium, that kind of thing. And a lot of
the alternative.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, look at me! I'm so dark and quirky, aren't I? That kind of thing. No one's ever heard of this band. It's all about me. This song. Early '90s indie, I really like as well. Early punk, anything really. But I'd usually play. I wouldn't really play new stuff on the show because it was after 6 o'clock, and they said the license changes after 6. You're allowed to play whatever you want. Well, you shouldn't have told me that. Yeah. So a lot of the time when the music played, I used to get emails from people saying, "Yeah, we usually go out and get a drink when you play music." Don't listen to that, but we come back for the sketches. Really like the sketches. Yeah. So that's fair enough. Yeah, really good fun there.
Any plans to do it again?
I would love to do something in radio again. Yeah, I really, really would. Unfortunately, I stopped because, like every project I've done, I never took it further. I didn't have the confidence to take it further. So I just kept doing it and doing it, the same thing. And then there's 1 year, I think it was like series 5, because I did it in series basically, because I couldn't go the whole every day for a year doing that. It's the last series, 2019, I think that was. Just nothing was really working. Like my original voice actors, they'd had enough and they wanted to do fair enough, doing it for free, and I really appreciate the fact they were coming in, using their spare time and being bossed about by me, who didn't really know what he was doing, but had an idea. So a lot of them wanted to go and do other things. Fair enough, that's fine. But the sketches just weren't as good as they were. I'd run out of ideas. I was in a different studio as well. It wasn't very comfortable. And I decided after about 9 shows of the last series, I thought, I just decided on air, right, everyone, this has been the last ever show. Tom's Phantasmagoria, it was called.
Oh, right.
This has been the last Tom's Phantasmagoria. I can't even say it. Tom's Phantasmagoria. Thank you so much for being such a good audience. Goodbye. I think listeners' numbers were diminishing by that point as well. I had about 5 listeners as opposed to 10 or 15 as it had been before. But yeah, I would love to get back into it. But I've learned from that. Once you've got something you want, or it's exactly how you like it, which it was at one point, that's when you take it further. That's when you go to the next step. Not carry on with it, and just not move, because it does get dull after a while, doesn't it?
But yeah, that'd be something interesting. You can put it all together. Maybe you can do the storytelling from the book, like people come in and do stories.
Yeah, who knows?
Sounds interesting. All right, so what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Best piece of advice? Do it yourself. I think. Yeah, just do it.
Yeah. If you could go back and talk to a younger Thomas, what advice would you give yourself?
Make the most of your hair. Have a bit of a backbone about you. I'd be really horrible to myself, actually. I would.
But you need a
yeah, I would kick him up the backside for a start. I would. Physically and mentally. Grow a bit of confidence and a bit of self-belief. Get over this Kelsey as well. Because you will find it again. Loads of things like that, I think. Just I'm trying to think of how to put it in a simple term, really, but just...
Did you find the new Kelsey?
At the moment, I'm with someone,
Oh, that's great.
And it's going well.
Oh, that's great.
It does feel like that, actually, which I never thought I'd find again.
But the memories don't go away?
Well, it's kind of... I have a terrible habit of still comparing it, but there are things like, this is very much like that. Okay, this is good. And so, this is like, wow, it's going all right so far, isn't it? So touch wood. It's so far it's going all right. That's only a recent thing as well, though.
That's great.
Good
for you. And social medias, how do we get in contact with you?
You can find me on, I suppose WeChat. Can you use WeChat? WeChat. Thomas Cleary, all in capitals. There's a picture of me with some friends in blue taking a selfie.
It's a scrum, isn't it? It looks like a scrum.
It does look a bit like a scrum, But actually, one of them's my goddaughter as well.
Right.
So
Right.
I would not challenge her in a scrum.
Right.
No. She's already taller than me by quite a margin.
Right.
So there's that. Or if you're interested, I've got a Facebook poetry page, Tom Cleary Poetry.
Oh, nice. Instagram.
Yes, Instagram. Instagram as well. Doubting_Thomas88 Instagram.
Okay.
Find me there if you like.
Great. All right, last part. First up, music. What is your 3 top favourite bands of all time?
Top 3 favourite
bands. Or artists.
Okay. Pulp. Carter the Unstoppable Sex Machine.
Right.
They're brilliant. Check them out. The third one, oh blimey, this is difficult, isn't it? At the moment, in my head, I've got the Pogues.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Okay. Top 2 or 3 albums of all time for you?
For me, it's any album I can listen to every track, I think. So it would have to be 30 Something by Carter, the Unstoppable Sex Machine. I think Dog Man Star by Suede is really, really good. And do you know what? I still remember when I first got the album The Silent Alarm by Block Party when I was about 16. I was blown away by it. And it's still I still remember that, listening to that on really loud speakers. Every track I love from that. So I think for that reason, yeah.
Okay. And what was the first album that you bought with your own money?
It was Blur Greatest Hits.
Oh.
It was, yeah.
Not bad.
It was okay. It was a little bit dated by that point, but I didn't tell anyone I bought that. It wasn't Eminem enough for my friends or anything, you know. So.
And food. What's your top 2 or 3 favourite cuisines?
Or do you mean as in country or?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Chinese is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
I thought I liked it before I came here, but UK Chinese is nothing compared to the actual real thing. So definitely Chinese is up there. Indian.
Alright.
And I'm afraid to say, as much as I slag the country off, I do like British food.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah, I do miss it.
Hey, we're a British colony, so we're eating all the British food as well. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
meat pies and
absolutely.
My nana was raised by English family, so yeah, it was the shepherd's pie and
fish and chips.
Yeah, fish and chips.
Yorkshire puddings.
Pies.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Oh, I do miss it. Yeah.
It's hard to find a good meat pie here.
It really is. Yeah.
So that's the first thing I do when I get back home.
That's right.
Give me a
pie.
Give me a vanilla slice and a meat pie.
Oh, can't go wrong, can you? That's right. Yeah, the good times are back, basically.
It reminds me of home. 3 places that you've been to, countries, and then 3 places that you want to go to in the future.
Okay. I've been to. Can I include China in that?
Of course.
Yeah. China, Japan, France. 3 places I want to go. The Philippines. I'd love to go to the Philippines.
Great.
Yeah, I'd love to go there. Have you been? Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bali. I know you've been there as well, haven't you? I really want to go there. And third one, I'd really like to go to. I think I'd like to go to Chile or Argentina or something like that. Patagonia. I'd like to go to there actually. Yeah.
Argentina's great as well. Yeah. I didn't spend much time there, but it was definitely worth the trip. And if you go that far, you got to go to Brazil.
Of course, and I do have dreams of going to Brazil sometimes. Even though I don't know what it looks like, but Brazil's definitely on the list as well.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Okay. What are your top 2 or 3 favourite books of all time?
Oh goodness. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a reader, so this is quite tricky. But
what about movies then?
Movies. Favourite movie. My top favourite movie would be probably Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Oh yes.
I think. Yes. When Jason Statham spoke normally. Bless him. Sorry, Jason. The Heartbreak Kid. The original version of that. Yes, I really like that one. And Summer with Monica. I really like because it really hits something with me. Like what we were talking about earlier. Really resonates with me that as well. It's very familiar. Even though I don't really understand the language because it's Swedish. But I don't mind that. I like the fact I don't understand what they're talking about actually. You know, you just put it together and I quite like that side of it. So Summer with Monica I think is up there.
All right, Thomas, last one. Who's your greatest inspiration or hero and why?
I hate to admit it, but it's probably my sister, I think, actually.
Great.
Because she's younger than me, but she's the one that's always been the one to stand up for herself and for me as well. And she's done the things that I want to do as well. She's actually successfully published a proper novel, and it's actually gone onto bookshelves in shops and things like that. And she's the one that's, she's got things sorted out, it seems, I hope she doesn't hear this because she'll know that she's won then. But I'd say something like that. My sister, I think. Yeah. Either that or the singer Jarvis Cocker from Pulp, because he went for years before the band made it famous.
Right.
Formed the band when he was about 16 in the late 70s. They weren't famous until the mid 90s, and they got failure after failure after failure, but stuck with it. And now look at him. You know, he's a huge celebrity in the UK and lots of other countries. So yeah, those two, I think.
Well, there you go. Thomas, thank you very much for coming on.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
大家好, I'm Bala from Bala Simple Chinese School. If you are a beginner, intermediate, advanced, looking for HSK study, business Chinese, or simply want to improve your everyday communication, I'm the teacher for you. Come and join me for a free travel class at Bala Simple Chinese School.